41 NBC. It's time for Friday night football action. You're in the end zone, insured by 1-800-SAFE-AUTO. Drive more, spend less. Call or click today for a free quote. Also brought to you by 5-Star Automotive.
And good evening, everyone, and welcome to the End Zone, brought to you by Safe Auto. I'm Bill Shanks from Fox Sports 1670 AM in Macon. Tonight, it's the playoffs. Yes, we are in the postseason, and we'll have action from Macon, Warner Robins, Fort Valley, Cochran, and Forsyth. We start with private school football as Stratford hosted Bullock Academy from Statesboro. The Eagles won their last 3 games of the regular season, and this was sort of a replay of last year as Stratford played the Gators in the first round last season as well. They hope for the same result. The final score last year, 42-7, Stratford. Could the Eagles do it again? Let's find out and head out to Eagle Field for some of the highlights of this game as the Gators started off pretty solid early on with this game. Well, the Eagles were doing some pretty good things on defense. Here's a pitch out by the Gators, but the Eagles pretty good. They get about 7 yards or so. Eagles now trying to get some defense, and they get it right here. As nice pitch by the Gators quarterback, gets a few yards, flagged down, but he's knocked out of bounds there. And the Eagles try to get it going up, but a nice play there. Douglas Bradley with a sack, and the Gators couldn't score. So the Eagles get the ball. Austin Simmons, the star of the first half. Watch this. He's big, he's quick, and he's smart on his feet and takes off for a 45-yard run down to the 13. Eagles can't score, though, a touchdown, so they had to go for a field goal. William Ham gets it up, and it's good, and it was 3-0. Stratford out on top, and that was the score at the end of the first quarter. Second quarter now, the Austin Simmons show. Here he goes from the 20. Simmons, 10, 5, and knocked down at the 3-yard line. And here he goes. Well, I'll just give it to him again. Why not? Simmons scores for the touchdown. William Ham comes in, gets the extra point, and it would be up and good. And it was 10-0 at the half. Stratford was leading, and they win this game 24-7. That was kind of easy. Eagles play Deerfield Windsor next week. Stratford now 8-3 on the season, and they have a good win in the playoffs. Now to Warner Robins as Northside hosted Effingham County. Here come the Eagles, and here comes our forward hit of the week right off the bat, off the kickoff. First play, boom! Willie Jordan of Northside in super slow-mo. He does it again in that speed as well. Eagles go to work. Quarterback Glenn Smith is going to keep it. Gets about a 30-yard run. He's going to be tripped at about the 16-yard line of the Rebels right there. And then 2 plays later, handoff to Curtis Martin. Not to the Patriots, but to the Eagles. Touchdown, Eagles, after the PAT was 7-0. Effingham never got a first down the rest of the half, and Northside got it back. The drive started on their own 40. Here's a 12-yard touchdown pass right there. They missed the PAT. It was 13-0. Effingham County with the ball. They tried to pass, but Northside chased Cal Baker. They had called intentional grounding. Rebels were forced to bunt. Glenn Smith then kept it. Watch this run right here. Boom, off of a defender and scores for 14 yards. It was 20-0. Eagles out on top. Second quarter now, Northside got it back on the Effingham 30. Watch this pass to Keyshawn Hill. Touchdown. What a catch right there. Nice play there by the Eagles, and it was 27-0. Effingham with the ball now on their own 26. Northside's defense will swarm the running back. They're going to lose about 4 yards on that play. Great defense, of course, by Northside. Then Cal Baker, the quarterback, looks to pass, be sacked by Diego Smith for a loss of 7. Eagles got it back. Handoff to Curtis Martin. He's going to get about 14 yards there. Then Martin would score right here for the Eagles. They win it easily. About 41-13. They'll play Thomas County Central next week as they beat Creekside 27-24 in overtime tonight. Back to Macon, Ed DeFore Sports Complex. Westside hosted South Effingham. Here come the Seminoles, and it was not a good start for them. After failing to convert on 4th down, South Effingham's ball, Joshua Mercer. Mercer is going to take it and go about 35 yards for the touchdown. 2-point conversion, no good. 6-0 visitors. Next drive, Westside with the ball, and they lose it on the handoff, and the Mustangs are on it and in good field position again. So what do? They give it right back to Mercer, and he's going to punch it in for 5 yards out. They miss another 2-point conversion. 12-0 at South Effingham. Westside comes back. Noah Grayer, DeQuavius Walker. Got him for about 34 yards to 16, and the next play to the air again. Grayer finds Shannon Smith. It's in there for a touchdown for the Seminoles. The PAT made it 12-7. After a South Effingham punt, it's Westside ball again. They go back to Smith. Cross pattern here right in the middle of the field. He's got about 37-yard gain down to about the 11. Then they go to the ground. Cedric Hollingshed will punch it in from about 5 yards out. The extra point made it 14-12 Seminoles. Later in the second quarter now, Knowles down 15-14. Grayer throws to the end zone, and David James has it for the touchdown. That made it 21-15 West Side, but South Effingham came back. Brandon James goes to the air. Jeremiah Mercer catches it. He's going to make a couple of guys missing and take off with his touchdown. The two-point conversion after this made it 23-21, and South Effingham finishes the season for West Side. The final score, 43-33. The Seminoles finished the season at 9-2, a disappointing first-round loss for West Side. When we come back, we'll have highlights from Cochran and Forsyth, plus our game of the week a bit later on. We're back right after this.
Welcome back to the End Zone, insured by 1-800-SAFE-AUTO. The Drive of the Week is brought to you by 5-Star Automotive.
We're back, and let's head to Double-A now as the Royals from Bleckley County hosted the Bobcats from Early County. This is quite a first year for new head coach Tracy White. Tonight, he was going for a little history. The Royals had 8 wins in the regular season, and the last time a Bleckley County team won more than 8 games, well, it happened only once in 1978 in only their second year of existence. Early County had won their last 2 games in the regular season. So here we go. Let's check out the action at Royal Stadium. In Cochran now for the action. First quarter, Early County on the 5-yard line. Ja'Cory Taylor takes the ball right side for the game's first touchdown. The PAT would be no good, and it was 6-0 Early County. Bleckley now near midfield. Tavon Ross takes up the left side, runs the ball away for, how about for a touchdown? That's a pretty good run. He did that last week, I think. The PAT would give them the lead. 7-6 would be the score. Then Early back on the Bleckley 15-yard line. Ja'Cory Taylor makes a pass to Will Temples in the end zone. The pass is complete for another touchdown. 2-point conversion failed. 12-7 Early. Bleckley with the ball. Tavon Ross looking to pass. Runs it, though. He'll run it for a touchdown. PAT no good. 13-12 Bleckley out on top. Then Bleckley would attempt a field goal from the 16-yard line. But it's no good. And Bleckley struggling to score here. Early County gets the ball back down the 25-yard line. Ja'Cory Taylor makes a pass to Lorenzo Davis into the end zone for the last touchdown of the first half. The 2-point conversion was stopped by Bleckley. It was 18-13 at halftime, and Early County would hold on for the victory, 40-20 over the Royals. They finished the season at 8-3. Now let's head to Forsyth. Mary Persons hosted Statesboro, and here come the Bulldogs. On a great night for football in Forsyth. Mary Persons had a miscue early on. Keebron Rawls runs to the right and stops and then fumbles the ball. Statesboro recovers, and they start on the Bulldogs 36. The Blue Devils go to work. Here's a pass play to the Bulldogs 23. Pickup of about 10 and a first down. Then from the 11-yard line, Statesboro again will hand the ball off to number 2. And once again, the guy on the roof, get out of my way. Thank you. Touchdown. He scores for 6 points. They missed the extra point. It was 6-0 Statesboro. So the Bulldogs would get it back and start a drive. Here's a handoff to Nick Davis from the 25. Runs to his right, or rather his left, and then gets to about the 47 for a pickup of 22 yards. Then Mary Persons on the Statesboro 34. Jordan Banks hands off to Davis. Look at this run all the way down to the Blue Devils 10-yard line. Nice run there now on 4th and goal from the 1 inches from a touchdown, and Banks will sneak it in for the 6 points. Touchdown Bulldogs there. They got the PAT and took the lead by 1 point, 7-6, and that was the score at the end of the first quarter. Here's our 5-star drive of the week as the Bulldogs get it back. Second quarter now. Banks hand off to Davis from the 33. Gets a pickup of about 15 yards and a first down near midfield. Then after a penalty on the 25, Davis with a hard run up the middle for a pickup of about 9. Banks then with a handoff coming up as the running game was getting going. Terry Newberry. Nice run up the middle for about 10 yards to the Blue Jackets 5, and then Dewberry gets the call again a few plays later as he's going to get it and punch it in from about 1 yard out. That's 6 more points for the Bulldogs. So the home team up 14-6, and that was our 5-star drive of the week. Bulldogs get it right back before the half. They're on their own 9-yard line. Banks throws it to Macy Zellner, who will dart down the right side for a pickup of about 28 yards. The Bulldogs would have to settle for a field goal. Kenny Miller would come in and get the 3 points. That gave Mary Persons a 17-6 lead at intermission. Mary Persons hangs on and wins. 40-14 is the final. The Bulldogs are now 9-2, and they will play Cairo, the Syrup Makers, next week. Up next, it's our Safe Auto Game of the Week, football in Fort Valley, right after this.
You're watching the End Zone on 41 NBC.
Welcome back to the End Zone, insured by 1-800-SAFE-AUTO. Hit of the Week is brought to you by Ford.
We're back, and it's time for our Safe Auto Game of the Week, Jefferson County at Peach County. The Trojans had only one loss this season to Thompson a few weeks ago. It cost Peach County the region title, but they were still a heavy favorite for the first round of the playoffs as they hosted the Warriors, a team from Region 3 that was under 500 in the regular season at 4-6. The Trojans' defense has been so tough this season, giving up just over 10 points per game. Let's see how they did tonight against the Warriors. To Anderson Stadium we go for the highlights of this game here. Always a great crowd in Fort Valley on this cool night for football here. And there are the Warriors from Jefferson County. And they would actually win the toss. And Jefferson County would get going early on this cold night. Shotgun, they hand off to the running back. He's going to get about a 2-yard gain there as Peach County's defense is playing tough early on. Then another handoff, and look at DeAnthony Grant with a nice tackle for the Trojans there. And Jefferson County would have to punt the ball to Peach County, and here he comes, DeMarcus Robinson, who's going to return it about, well, a long, long way. Watch this kid go. He is unbelievable, and he's going to get down the 10-yard line after a flag and back him up, and Greg Williams will throw a pass right here to Sire Davis, who's going to score the touchdown, the first of the night for Peach County, made it 7-0 Trojans out on top. A tough Peach County defense would keep Jefferson County from a first down, so Peach County would get the ball back after this defense really did the job. Here's another play by Jefferson County, and it was going to be short gain there, but just great defense by the Trojans. So Peach would get the ball back, and Greg Williams would go to work, hands it off to Donovan Howard from 3 yards out. That would be a score. 14-0 is the final score, or rather, I'm sorry, the score at that point after the PAT. And Jefferson County would try to come back, and they would. Late in the second quarter, they would come back, and here's the play right here for Jefferson County. Shotgun, he's going to throw about a 10-yard pass in the end zone, and it's going to be a score for Jefferson County to make it 14-7. The game was actually tied at halftime, but the Peach County Trojans would run away with it in the second half. The final score tonight, 35-21, and Peach County will now play Pierce County, the Bears. And that is a very good team, sources say. Peach versus Pierce next week in the AAA playoffs. We'll check the scores from the other playoff games right after this. For local sports talk on the radio, join me every weekday afternoon from 3 until 6 for the Bill Shanks Show on Fox Sports 1670 AM in Macon. You can also listen on the iHeartRadio application on your smartphone or iPad. Don't forget to drive to work every morning with the morning show with Chucky Olson and Daniel Shirley from 7 until 9. Plus tomorrow afternoon after Georgia Southern football, listen to the Saturday scoreboard with Bobby Pope. And let's check out the scoreboard from all over the state of Georgia, see how the other teams from Middle Georgia did tonight. We'll check with Glenn Academy beating Jones County down in Brunswick tonight, 26-14 the final. Jones County season is over now. They finished at 7-4 after the 12-point loss. Burke County over Perry tonight in Waynesboro. The Panthers finished at 6-5 after losing to the Bears, who are a very hot football team with a 10-win winning streak. Wayne County over Baldwin. They end the Braves season, and they are now 6-5 to end the season. Wayne County wins 35-14. And Carver Columbus beats Dodge tonight 42-21. The Indians finished their season at 5-6 after the first round loss. Also Waco, the Washington County Golden Hawks, all over Pike County tonight, 55-7. Next week, Waco will play Callaway. Fitzgerald kills the season for Northeast there. 35-19 is the final. The Raiders end at 8-3. Next week, Fitzgerald will play Vidalia. Lamar County continues their roll. They are now 10-0-1 after the win over Cook tonight. 51-13 the final. McIntosh County Academy ends East Lawrence season 27-6 the final there. The Falcons finish at 6-5. Brooks County over Macon County tonight. Brooks County now 11-0. They beat Macon County 22-18. John Millage in private school ball all over Memorial Day. J.T. Walls Trojans are now 12-0, and they continue next week. Tatnall, their season is over. They lose to Deerfield Windsor 42-21, and now their season is over. As I said, then Westfield beats Trinity Christian 10-7, and they will play against Heritage next week. Also, to recap now, Stratford continues. They win tonight over Bullock. Northside continues. They beat Effingham County. Westside season is over. They lose to South Effingham. Early County ends Bleckley County season tonight. Mary Persons will play Cairo next week after their win over Statesboro. And Peach County will play Pierce County. They win tonight over Jefferson County 35-21. We'll have more action next week. For now, I'm Bill Shanks. For all of us at 41 NBC, have a great night.
There's over 500,000 people in Middle Georgia, but only 200 will get a deal of a lifetime on a 2012 Honda Civic. The Civic's sell down is on. Every remaining 2012 Civic will be sold at unheard of prices. Payments under $5 a